Well, just wondering, are people finally getting it? Are people finally, on a more wide scale, finally starting to understand what's happening? A few weeks ago, I made a video, and it was right when the gas started spiking out of control. And let me just say real quick, I apologize for all the road noise. Got the AC up, cranking, just got off work, and hot, and it's hot here today. So anyway, I made that video talking about, normalcy bias, whereas the gas was spiking up. I think at the time it went up to like $4.39, and I was mad about that. Of course, imagine how I've felt since then, like any of you as well. Gas needs to be $1.30 a gallon, really, with the amount of oil that we have in our country. But when that gas spiked up, there was still people like at the restaurants I was showing you, coming down 11W in Kingsport. The line was backed up all the way to the road for Chick-fil-A, like it always is in this area. Well, always has been. Pals, Pals is a kind of a more local restaurant, just mainly here in East Tennessee. And typically there's these huge lines that'll be lined up for Pals. People will sit there and they'll wait in line 20-30 minutes just to get some processed hamburgers and hot dogs and stuff. And that's usually just how it is around here. The lines are crazy. I mean, sometimes they obstruct traffic. Sony had to go to traffic school last year, and the officers there, the policemen, were telling her that they make special arrangements, and it's something that they discuss in traffic school, and they discuss it in their academy while they're training, is the road blockages on 11W and other roads and other streets because of those two restaurants in particular staying so backed up with customers just sitting in line trying to get into the drive-thru. So all that being said, I've noticed something in the last week or two. I mentioned it to Sony last weekend before last. We were out, and I was like, look at that. I was like, normally I think it was either lunchtime or dinner time, and I said normally that traffic is all the way out to the road, almost blocking the road. I said, look at that. I said, there's like, I don't know, 3 or 4 cars in the drive-thru, and that was it. And so I've kind of kept my eye on it this week, and sure enough, the lines are not long at the drive-thrus anymore. I don't know about the other restaurants. I haven't paid real close attention. I just, I pass Pals every day on my way to work, and that's in Churchill, Tennessee, and not a lot of restaurants through that area. I probably need to say right up front, I mean, I'm not trying to sound any better than anybody else. I go to restaurants every now and then, but the thing about it is I'm not going to sit in line, plan my day, take extra time to go to my job just so I can go sit in line somewhere at a restaurant. And I think some people are finally starting to realize, starting to be a little bit more conservative with their money or something, because I haven't seen those lines. I think people are starting to think, when you're, and the prices of the food, I'm sure at those places have probably just gone through the roof like everywhere else. I think people are starting to realize what's happening, you know, and that they're not going to be able to just be frivolous with their money anymore. They're running low on it. So, you know, the bosses, we're going to have a talk with the bosses too, because, I mean, when a huge percentage of your paycheck is going to just filling up your gas tank, I mean, there's just, you know, we are really, I've made videos about this too, we're like so short-staffed. I mean, I'm not, here lately, I'm not able to fulfill my entire, all of my duties that I'm supposed to be doing in my role, which, you know, I'm operations support, and kind of dabble in the maintenance department. You know, I do minor repairs, I do the cleaning, and, you know, I help out with the vending machine, because they do vending machines in the factories. Take gloves, safety equipment, gloves, glasses, things like that. So I help out, back up with that. It's supposed to be backup truck driving. That hasn't happened yet, but it's okay with me. I don't care about that part. But just kind of a backup for a lot of different things. And, you know, here lately, let's see, I think I started a painting project probably like a month ago now. And I haven't been able to do it because typically, you know, I get like morning duties and things done, and then I can work on projects and stuff. I've been having to help so much in the shipping department, picking orders, getting orders together, packing orders, loading the trucks, just, you know, anything like that. I've been having to help with that, which is where I was before I took this other role. Just because we're so short-staffed that, I mean, you feel miserable for people, you know. That's my friends that I made, and I left and took another role. But, I mean, they're just desperate for help. And, I mean, the bosses, the people who are running the place, they're desperate too, and they just can't get people hired, you know. They just cannot. And I think what they're going to have to do, and I don't know if they've tried to talk to people who are higher up than them or not, but I mean, they're going to have to bump the pay up, because what's even worse than not being able to get people hired is not being able to retain the people who are there. And you know, a lot of other places are going ahead, taking a hit, bumping up the pay, because they're having to be able to get people hired. So, I mean, our company, they're going to have to do that. They're going to have to bump it up. And by bumping it up, I mean, that doesn't mean just opening offers. It means your people who are there, if you want to keep them, you got to give them more money. You just got to. So, I don't know if it's something our bosses are working on or not, but I'm going to, you know, I haven't been there very long. Well, this month makes a year that I've been there, but I don't know how many people have talked to them about the money situation, but I've kind of hinted around, I've kind of said this, that, and the other, but I'm going to have just an actual sit down, you know, and it's just too hard to make it. Everybody's finding it just too hard to make it, you know, so they're going to have to convince the people who are higher up than them. And the thing about it is, for us, for my company in particular, our home office, where everything is getting done, where all of our numbers are crunched, is in upstate New York. So I'm sure that those people in New York are making a lot more money than what we're making. So they're going to have to share the love. But anyway, that's just a quick video. Well, well, not super quick, but just a video, because I just wanted to mention that from the video I made a few weeks ago, that I've noticed that the lines in the drive-thrus really have declined quite a bit. So that's just another part of our heading into the recession that we're heading into, and it's just another part of the not so great for us reset. So much love, and we'll talk on the next one.